Hello, you're welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video, and if you're new to this channel, I say a very big welcome to you. So today we'll be learning how to make a structured sleeve. Okay, so if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please hit on the subscribe button to be part of this wonderful family. So we'll be making our sleeve. The top is ready. This was made in our corset class. Okay, so if you want to join our corset class, just contact the number on the screen. Just send WhatsApp message. Okay, so I have cut out the fabric I'll be using for the sleeve. So let me explain to you what we have here. So now, to make your sleeve, you need to know how wide it would be. So this is our armhole. Okay, so for me, it would, I want we'll be having a basic sleeve actually. So we'll be having a basic sleeve, and the structure sleeve would come over it. Okay, so if you're not going to have a basic sleeve, you just want the structure sleeve to be the main sleeve, then you can do it. And usually if you want it that way, it should be like to have a keyhole. Okay, so, or let's say coat shoulder, to have a coat shoulder. So you're going to leave some space from your shoulder, about 3 inches. Okay, so you're going to take about 3 inches, and your structure sleeve would come from here and stop 1 inch before the seam of your blouse. Okay, before the stitch line. So you're going to have it this way, from here to at least 1 inch. Yes, from here now you're stopping 1 inch, this 1 inch. So the structure sleeve would come in here. So what I have here is about 4.5. So we'll have 4.5 inches. Okay, so and if you're going to have a basic sleeve to read, it's the same thing. The structure sleeve would come from here to this point and cross over it. So how do you know the measurement to take? Now for the width, okay, it should be the bicep measurement. Your bicep measurement plus at least 5 inches. So I said at least because the lowest should be 5. You can make it wider than that depending on how wide you want the sleeve to be. So you can just even you can measure it on the person's body, starting from the front like this, you cross over to the back. Okay, and it has to be a bit free. So by the time you cross over to the back, you just give some space however you want it to be. So that is for the width. And for the length, you would multiply what you have here by 3. And that also depends on how full you want it, because you're going to pleat it. So if you want more pleats, you want it to be very full, you can take like 4 times of what you have here. But I'm using 3 times of what I have here. Okay, so I actually used 4 inches. So 4 times 3 is 12. Then I just added extra, making it 15. Okay, so let's measure. At this side I have 15 inches. So let's make do with just one. At this side I have 15 inches. Okay, while on this other side I have 17 inches, because the bicep measurement is 12. Okay, so I added extra 5 also. So that gave me 17 inches, so that by the time it crosses over, it will be this wide. Okay, so I just hope this is clear. So we'll proceed and you understand better. So you would cut out your fabric like I have said. So here I have 15, and on this side I have 17. So this 17 is the side that would fold over, and the 15 is the side we would pleat. Okay, so you see it's formed already. You can see what we have here. So by the time we stitch it to our blouse, we would have it like so. Okay, so even before we finish doing it, we'll have it already. So this is our coat shoulder, and this is the structure sleeve. So for me, that will be having a basic sleeve under it. It would come this way. So it will come this way. So don't go away. I'll show you how to make the sleeve, what you need to add to it and how you need to stitch it for it to be firm. Okay, so by the time we add it, we would have it here. So when I stitch this, it will go in. Okay, so our structure sleeve will be like this. Definitely this one is coming under here. Okay, so let's just go ahead and do it so that you see. So by the time you have cut out your fabric, you need 4 pieces of it. Okay, you need 4 pieces, 2 for the 2 sides and 2 again for the lining. So if you're going to make it for the 2 sleeves, that if you're going to make 2 sleeves, you need 4 pieces. So I have the 2 pieces for the main sleeve, that is the main fabric, and 2 pieces for the lining. So we're going to just start with one. So you take one, this is the main fabric, and you iron stay to it. Okay, you iron interface into it. So I have done that. Okay, so we need our lining piece. This is the lining piece and this is the main fabric, like I've explained. On the main fabric, you iron stay. So the next thing is crinoline. We'll be needing crinoline for this. So this very one measures 2 inches. Okay, so you can even use a bolder one if you like. I also have another one here that measures 3 inches. So whichever one you want and how you want it to be, you would make use of. So I'll be making use of this because of the color of the fabric. So on the lining piece, we're going to stitch the crinoline to it, and I'm stitching it by the width. Okay, that is the side that measures 17 inches, because that is the side that will be folded over, that will go across. Okay, so that is where I'll be stitching my crinoline to. So you will just stitch it like this. Okay, taking ½ inch from here, that is, you're just going to go in a little bit, or by ½ inch or quarter of an inch, and you stitch your crinoline. So by the time you stitch it, when you have joined it to your blouse, you're going to pipe the edge. Okay, so you just stitch, and when you're stitching, please don't pull it, just place it freely and you stitch. So I'm going to stitch on both sides, this side and this side. Then after stitching here, I'll also stitch my crinoline to this side as well. So it's going to be here and here. And if you also like, you can also fix it at the middle, depending on how big your fabric is, but I'm just going to fix it here and on this other side. So now I'll go ahead and do just that, and we'll continue. Okay, so I'll do that to the 2 lining piece, and you're going to do it on the wrong side, that you're going to stitch your crinoline on the wrong side of your lining piece. Okay, so I've stitched my crinoline to it. Okay, so I stitched on the both sides of the crinoline. Don't know if you can see this. Okay, and I stitched on the wrong side of the fabric. Now I'm going to just place it this way and take the main fabric. Okay, so you will place it right side facing each other, right side facing each other, and you would stitch. You just stitch the side like this, that is this side where you fix your crinoline. That's why I said you should leave about ½ or quarter of an inch. Then you go ahead and just stitch it together. By the time we stitch together, we're going to turn it to the good side. Okay, so let's do just that. So I have stitched it together like I said. Now we'll just turn it to the other side. Okay, and this is the wrong side. Like now this is the back of the sleeve. So by the time you turn it, you can give it a good press at this side. Okay, and you have it like this. So now you will get your blouse, but before that, you can just go ahead and close up this side, that is just top stitch. Okay, you top stitch on this side and you top stitch on this other side. So when you have done that, you get your blouse, and what you do now is to pleat this side to match up with what you have here, or to match up with where you will be fixing it. So after top stitching, you just pleat. Okay, you just pleat so that it would fit in where you would stitch it just like this, and you do same to this other side, so that by the time you fix it, it will just appear this way. Okay, so you stitch it to this side and you stitch it to the other side, then just arrange it how you want it to be on this side. Okay, now I want to add a basic sleeve to mine. There will be basic sleeve in mine. So what I will do, I will first of all stitch my sleeve to my blouse, but I would use a running stitch, okay, not a permanent stitch. I will just make a running stitch because I'll still loosen up this side and fix the structure sleeve before I'll then make a permanent stitch. Okay, so let me do just that. I'll stitch my sleeve, then open up that side and fix this. Okay, but before doing that, I would have stitched here and pleated it. So your pleats should just be whichever way you want, however way you want it. Okay, and then you measure it to make sure it's the same measurement with where you're going to fix it. So let me do just that and we'll see what we have. Okay, so I've stitched my sleeve. Okay, I've stitched my basic sleeve and I left the space where I would fix the structured sleeve. So you can just do a loose stitch, then you measure from where you want the structured sleeve to be and you loosen it up. Okay, so that's what I have done both here and at the back. Okay, so and for my sleeve, the structured sleeve, like I told you, you just close up the edge to make it like one piece. Okay, in that way it will be easy for you to pleat. So I pleated. So while you pleat, you measure. So what I have here is 4.5. Okay, and that is the space I have left. So I did that for the both sides. So now we're going to just fix it. Okay, so you would place it in like this, then you can use your pin to hold it. So you just place it. Now there are different ways you can achieve a thing. Okay, you can go and stitch it together like this, stitch it to the bodice, then by the time you go in, you now fix your sleeve to it, or you can just use your pin to hold it at once, then you go ahead and stitch. Okay, so just note where you are stitching it. So I marked it, so it is from here. Okay, so I'll pin it. So by the time I place this one, I will also place the sleeve over it. So I'll go and stitch, then after stitching I would finish the rough edge with bias tape. So remember, you have your crinoline here and it's sharp, so you need to, that is, it can poke your skin, so you need to seal up the edge or pipe the edge with your bias tape. Okay, so I'll just pin it in like this and I'll go ahead and stitch it. So I'm just trying to align it with the sleeve and the bodice. So after pinning, this is what I have. Okay, so remember the good side is out and this is the inside. Okay, so after doing it this way on this side, you also go to the back and you do the same thing. Okay, so just fix it in. So this is where I marked, so I'll fix it in. Then I'll go inside and pin it together with the basic sleeve. So after pinning, you can see what we have here. So you can see this. So I'll go ahead and stitch. By the time I stitch it, no, I've just held it with pin. So when I stitch it, it would relax well here. And I'll do same to the other side, and you'll see the outlook of this sleeve. Okay, so after stitching, you can arrange this side as you want, the way you want it to be. You just arrange it. Okay, so let me finish up and you see the final look of this dress. Okay, so here's the final look of the sleeve, and I hope you like this video. Please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. Also share with your friends. And if you're interested in our corset class, just contact the number on the screen. Just send WhatsApp message and you'll be responded to. Thank you for always coming back if you're my old subscriber, and thank you for being here if you're new. Please subscribe. Thank you. I would love to see you in my next video. Remain blessed.